Good morning, muffins. How are you? Today is Wednesday, February 25th, 2026. So we understand that the whole thing about abuse or the tactics used are meant to manipulate and control the dynamic, the situation, and the abused partner. And I think also, too, the one thing that we can't ignore is that the tactics will change over time depending on what goes on. And so what do I mean by that? For me, my ex-husband did not use money to try to control me. He didn't threaten me with money because I worked as well. Even though he was the breadwinner and he made at least 2 to 3 times more money than I did always. So he didn't use money to control me. One, we shared bank accounts. I paid all the bills. I saw what was coming in, what was going out. So he didn't try to control me in that manner until the end. And when he realized that, okay, emotionally I had checked out, so he could no longer yank me around with my emotions. He couldn't guilt trip me or use fear, because one of the times when I said that I was leaving, he's like, well, we'll just sell the house. And I was like, because I didn't want him to sell the house. I wanted to keep our children in their home and all this other stuff. So I was going to move out. But there came to a point where there was 3 separate times where he made reference to money and how he was going to take away provision. So one time, the second time he said that, I remember I was getting dressed and my sister had come to visit. And he was like, well, I think when your sister leaves, we need to just go our separate ways. And I just hope that you're able to land on your feet. Otherwise, you're going to be in a corner crying somewhere. And I said, well, just let the chips fall where they may. And about 2 weeks after that, we had an argument. And he was like, we need to find other living arrangements because I'm not paying the mortgage anymore. Immediately, I called my cousin. I was like, hey, me and my babies need to move in with you. And that put the nail in the coffin, because we were separated in our home for several months before I actually left. And I said, I'm just not going to test it out and see. And it had come to a point where he was using that more and more, the financial part of that. And I just wasn't going to test it out. So that's when the divorce proceedings took place. And even during the divorce proceedings, he tried to control the money. He was like, this is all the money that I have for child support. And even when I asked for alimony, he was like, I'm not paying it. But I hope you all have an amazingly wonderful day on purpose. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.